Hi, I'm Matthew Hodgkins, and today I'm just going to give you a quick overview of using the Hubot DSC resource. You can find me on Twitter at MattHodge, or you can check out my blog at hodgkins.io. So what is Hubot? Hubot's a scriptable chatbot that's written on top of Node.js. It's written in JavaScript, or you can use CoffeeScript. It has hundreds of adapters, so the main ones you're going to see used are Slack and HipChat, but it has things for IRC or Skype, any chat service you can integrate with Hubot. And it enables ChatOps. So ChatOps is a term that means bringing a chatbot into your channel at work and interacting with it as part of your day-to-day activities. So it may interact with other systems in your environment. It can automate pieces of your work, or you can just use it to muck around and have fun with your team. So why a DSC resource for this? Well, firstly, just to make your life easier. Installing Node.js and Hubot on Windows is not an easy task, so the DSC resource wraps up all this complexity for you. Secondly, I wanted to install Hubot as a service. So this will allow the bot to restart automatically when Windows restarts. And finally, to enable Hubot to use PowerShell scripts. So you can write your PowerShell scripts which are going to automate parts of your work, and you can use Hubot to call these scripts from inside a Slack channel, for instance. So let's get started. Alright, we have a Windows 10 machine here with PowerShell 5 installed, and we're in the PowerShell ISE. So the first thing we're going to do is do an install module. The Hubot DSC resource is in the PowerShell gallery, so you can just go and install that. Because we're on a new machine, it's going to prompt us to install the NuGet packages, so you're just going to have to go and confirm those. Alright, so our module's installed, so let's have a look at what the example DSC configuration consists of. So you can see here we've got some required modules. These get installed when you install the Hubot module. We've got some environment variables that we're setting up that Hubot requires, a Slack token, which I'll show you how to get a little bit later. We're going to install some prerequisites for the Hubot. We're going to download the Hubot Windows package. We're going to extract the package. We're going to install Hubot. And finally, we're going to install a Windows service which will run Hubot continually in the background. Just going to quickly show you how to get the Slack API key. So in your Slack channel, drop the menu down and go to Apps and Integrations. That looks like this. So just type in Hubot. Click on Add Configuration. Type a name for your bot. And this is the API token just here. So this is what we'll put in our DSC configuration. Okay, so we're going to load the DSC configuration example there by .sourcing it. I'm going to create a folder called CDSC, and that's where we're going to store the MOF file that's generated. So the name of the server that my bot will be installed on is hubotserver.hodge.local. So let's put that in a variable. And we have our DSC configuration data here with the variable bot server. We've got a Slack API key. We've got the Hubot adapter being Slack, the name of the bot, and a path where the bot's going to be installed. So we're going to pass this configuration data to our Hubot DSC function here with the output path of CDSC. Now this is going to generate our MOF file, which you can see there. The next thing we're going to do is do a get credentials so we can remotely apply this DSC configuration to that server. And then we're going to do an invoke command on that server just to install the NuGet package and the Hubot module out on that server. If we were doing a DSC pull configuration, we wouldn't need to do these steps. Alright, we've got the packages installed out on the node, and now we can start the DSC configuration. We can see that Node.js starts to download. And now it's going to be installed. Now the machine needs to be restarted, so let's just kick off a restart. And let's try that with a force instead. Alright, so that machine's restarting. We've got the wait parameter there just to find out when the box is back up. Now that the machine has restarted, the DSC configuration will start to apply again and finish off the installation of Hubot. You can see here that a user called DemoBot was created when we configured the Hubot integration in the Slack Apps and Integrations section. The circle next to the DemoBot will turn green when it's online, and then we can start interacting with the bot. Alright, so the bot's online. Now let's invite it into our demo channel. Now we can start sending commands at the bot. So the first one we'll do is a help, and this is going to list all the commands the bot can perform. The next one we'll do is a ship it. Alright, so that's given us a ship it squirrel. And finally, we'll test the integrated PowerShell script, which gets Windows services on the bot. We can also try and get a service that doesn't actually exist on that server, but the script will handle that and tell us that the service does not exist. So that pretty much wraps it up for using the Hubot DSC resource to install your own Hubot on your Windows servers. I hope you enjoyed.